Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Who's That Anime with your host Stephen Colin. Like a like a melody there.
Yeah, it's like a melody.
Didn't want to correct me then.
Oh no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Uh,
Uh we're back though.
we're back for another episode.
Yeah.
And
After Muchos bonus material, we did a little bonus break
hmm,
uh over the
June
last little while.
June the
It's
bonus
pretty much
break.
bonus June.
Bonus
Yeah,
June.
I think it is. Bonus June. Let me just check that.
Bonus.
Yeah. 4th, 11th. Says yeah, 1, 2. Yep, absolutely. It's bonus June.
It was bonus June. Now it's getting back to the nitty gritty July.
Yeah, now it's Angelic Layer.
And what? Angelic Layer.
Uh
Angelic Layer.
Angelic Layer.
Angelic Layer.
Let's start in July.
Oh. Oh.
It wasn't good. I don't claim for that to have been good. So
At least you didn't claim it was a melody.
that is true. I did not do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you made the suggestion that we should watch Angelic Layer.
Yes, I did. I like the Angelic
I
Layer.
I am questioning your decision to watch Angelic Layer already.
Why am I not surprised?
Well, to be fair to you, my typical anime watching is not so much this type of show. So that's fair. That probably says a lot to start with.
Mhm.
But yeah, this sure is something. Um, yeah. I do like that Angelic Layer in Japanese is Angelic Layer.
Mhm. At least, yes, that's how they're pronouncing it.
It's amazing. It's so good. Like sometimes the sort of Romaji anglicization of stuff is just sounds awesome. It sounds really cool.
Yeah.
And they say it like a million times in the first like 13 seconds. It's just a segment of them kind of going talking about Angelic Layer, Angelic Layer, Angelic Layer, Angemic, no, Angelic Layer. Oh, okay, I see now. I like this Angelic Layer. It's like I thought you might.
Yeah. It was the joke that she makes and when she's watching it for the first time. It's like mishearing the preschool kids calling it Angelic
Yeah.
Layer.
Oh, was she doing that on purpose?
No, she wasn't making a joke. She's just
Okay, thank
that
God.
way inclined.
Okay. Phew. It's just like, wow, that's really annoying that you're not hearing them say that same word over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Also, we give a lot of agency to preschoolers in this show so far, so
Hmm. Yeah.
it's some wild 4-year-olds in this.
Oh, she's 12.
No, she's 12.
Yeah.
There, there are children in this who are definitely not 12 who are operating way beyond their age.
Maybe. Maybe. Shall we kick off and actually?
I'm worried about what that because that should just be a statement of yes, there are, but now I'm worried about what that means. In fact, I already kind of know, I think,
Hmm. She's
but I'm
special.
not gonna. Let's do. Yeah, I thought that. But yeah, we start off with the very first episode. How do you do, my very own angel? One exclamation point.
One exclamation point.
I say that because there appears to be very little pattern as to sort of how this will work in terms of the titles. We're gonna do 3 episodes. We're going back in time a little bit, and gonna, you know, talk a little bit about more about the show, mainly because we've been working on shorter shows the last couple of times for Chainsaw Man, Trigun, Stampede. They've both been 12 episode seasons, but this one is 26 episodes, and we don't want to have that last right across 20 half a year basically.
Oh,
So
it would be exactly half a year.
it would be exactly half a year. We are making it a third of a half.
Third of a half. Because
Yes.
Scott Steiner.
Yeah, if you take you have the 125% to 50% of the year, that gives you 175%. If my math is correct, I think that's how Scott Steiner does it. And then, but there's two of us, so you take that 175% and you divide that by two,
I think so.
which means we have a 77.5% chance each, or something like, I don't know,
No,
87.5% chance each.
no, he was
Yeah.
saying that. But he says that Samoa Joe has no chance because Kurt Angle won't fight him, so you're really just fighting two of them.
Oh, okay. So basically, what we're saying is that Samoa Joe does not stand much of a chance of hosting an episode of this podcast.
I mean, I think that's pretty high up in the States because I'm pretty sure he's one of the wrestlers that's passed.
Is he dead?
I think he might be
Has
dead.
has Samoa Joe left us?
Samoa Joe might have left us.
No, no, he's still good.
He's still
He's
alive.
still good. He's still good.
Uh, all right, I wasn't too
He's
sure.
just a little airborne.
Airborne. What?
No, sorry, that was a Simpsons joke.
Still airborne.
Yeah, where the pig flies through there and he says it's just a little airborne. It's still good. It's still good. When the barbecue pig is escaping,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Mr. Burns says, "I'll give the employees a bonus when pigs fly," and then pig flies, and he's like, "Oh, still not giving them anything."
Mr. Barnes, frugal as ever.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, as I said, we're gonna start off here with episode one. It's how do you do, my very own angel. One exclamation point. And this episode starts off with our main character, who is right. Okay, is 12 years old,
Mm-hmm.
which is a bit weird. She's called Misaki Suzuhara,
Mm-hmm.
and she is arriving in Tokyo, I believe, to go and stay with her aunt.
With her aunt, yes.
She's immediately met at the train station by a pedophile. Uh,
No,
and
not immediately.
no, well, very close to immediate.
Also, I think is there not like an opening scene?
There's the bit about the egg and the thing and the layer, and this is the angelic layer, and there's the egg, and it does that whole thing where it
Oh,
explains very little about not about the thing that you're going to learn more about in the next 2 to 3 episodes.
yeah. Um. Anyway, so basically, yeah, she gets off the train, and she's following instructions and accidentally leaves the train station completely rather than getting onto the adjoining thing, and then
Yes,
she wanders into a crowd which is gathered watching a big screen of a big fight between a white angel, angelic layer person
and
and
a darker character.
a darker character. And
One's white, one's black. It's like
he goes,
chess.
"What's this?" Because she's been living in a sheltered life out in the country and doesn't know
Yes,
anything about angelic layer, where it's a big mass hit in Tokyo apparently. Anyway,
I I guess it's like Pokemon battles. Really, is what I
that,
would equate this to.
yeah, I suppose it is a bit like Pokemon-y feel to it. You just ruined it. Just ruined it. Anyway, yeah. So she's watching this and going, "What's this?" And then two preschoolers. I don't know. I don't even think they're preschoolers. I think they're nursery.
No, oh, I mean, does that not make them under 5 years old?
Yeah, it might make them a bit younger than that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're too switched on. I have a 4-year-old,
Uh huh.
and he doesn't behave like that.
He's not
He
been
isn't.
raised in
He
Japan.
is. Yeah, you're right. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, yeah, he's just not raised in Japan.
Yeah,
Anyway, because they're wearing this like the standard kind of uniform it seems for that type of age group for school, where it's like a
yeah.
yellow hat and blue raincoat thing. It's apparently the standard. That's why it's depicted in almost every anime that I ever watched. Uh,
Yep.
anyway, and they go, oh, "It's Angelic Layer," and she goes, uh, "What she says, amnesic
She sa-
Layer?"
she says angelic layer, and they're like, no, angelic layer, angelic layer. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, angelic layer.
because
Okay.
she's on about how it's the white against black,
Yeah.
and it's like what? And then so basically she's watching it, and fight goes that the white angel is a bit smaller than the black angel,
Yeah,
like the
the
black knight.
Black Angel is sort of a sort of more attacking, tanky type character, and the White Angel is a more agile, speedy, and acrobatic character.
Yeah, yeah, and she um she basically is about to get knocked out the ring, as it were, the layer, and
Yep.
then skillfully, because she was like, and Suzuha, not Suzuha,
Misaka, Misake,
Misaki,
Misaki, Misaki,
Misaki.
Misaki. I'm
She,
thinking of it because she gets a nickname later on that's sort of a variation on that.
yeah, and she's like, oh, yeah, you maybe small people can't win, type thing, and seems very downfounded by this.
she's she's very quickly defeated. It's like I guess small people can't do things
Yeah,
immediately.
and then instantaneously she sees the white angel actually gets up and sprouts some wings and launches a big fireball at the black angel, knocking it
Yeah,
down.
gets a good old Kamehameha on the
Yeah,
go.
Kamehameha. And then she says, "Oh, actually, that's pretty cool. Maybe I can. I need to get this." And then the pervert appears.
Was he? I thought he appeared before then.
No, no, no. He is in the scenes behind him,
Oh
like
well,
like proper stalking her.
he literally like stalks her, wiggles along the ground, and crawls, following her at the train station, which
Yeah,
is horrific for an adult.
yeah, yeah. It's full on. Yeah, he should not
There's
be.
no context, by the way, either. No context,
No
none.
contact. All right
He's
now.
just he's like, oh, 12
Yeah,
year old,
yeah, yeah,
and just
yeah.
following her through the train station. It is insanely creepy.
It is. It is. He should be arrested now. Anyway,
Well, we get there.
yeah, he did get there. He does. And he goes, "Aha, that's Angelic Layer. Ah, are you interested?
Oh,
How did I get into
Angelic
this?
Layer. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah. Well,
We certainly haven't said it 45 times in the previous scene.
they didn't say it that much.
It was just it was again, not to draw it back to Pokemon, but it's very much like every time it's like, oh, they said the name of the show. They just keep saying it. And you're like, uh huh. Yeah, yeah. We need another name for this. We need a shorthand. We need a shorthand that doesn't make me go, oh, that's the name of the show every time you say Angelic Layer.
Oh, oh. Unfortunately, there's not. It's always going to be
Okay.
Angelic Layer.
Yeah.
But you know,
Okay. My mind is just gonna have to get used to that.
Pokemon, Pokemon had an excuse in the sense that you're going out to capture a Pokemon, where Angelic Layer doesn't really have an excuse except from like this is Angelic Layer.
True. It's just people lining up to try and fit it into a sentence.
Yeah. Um.
Wild.
Anyway, so basically, he's like, "How did I get into it?" And he's like, "Do you have any leftover New Year money?" And she says, "Why, yes, I do." Then you need to go to the store to buy it, and then she
Yep.
leaves. without
She
him.
goes with this stranger to the toy
Oh,
store.
no, she goes there on her own.
She
Just so,
does.
just so
Oh,
happens
wait.
that he follows her there.
Yeah, that's worse. But yeah, this is the bit where he's talking to her. He's like, "Yeah, you're gonna do this," and then he turns around to do something, and then comes back, and there's just like an outline of her, and he's like, "Oh, she's gone," and just spins in a circle.
I don't remember spinning in the circle, but yeah, he probably did.
It's just so mental. Like, also, we should mention this now. He's like sort of a weird proto Okabe from Steins Gate.
Yeah, yeah, he is pretty much.
Oh God, he's like Daru and Okabe combined.
Um, shit, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad.
Many years in the past,
Oh,
and they
no.
separated. They broke the fusion. He's
Oh, it's
skinny like
so
Okabe,
so creepy.
white coat
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
glasses.
And the dark hair as well
Mm,
helps.
yeah.
And the sort of you know, uh Hyomi, Hohin Kyoma mannerisms to a degree as well doesn't
Well,
help.
I don't know. He has those mannerisms
He's
as much.
he's kind of got the ha ha ho ha about
Like,
everything he does.
he's very energetic in expressing
Oh yeah,
himself. Very, very much
yeah.
so. Anyway,
But
so
you're right. He ends up following her to the toy store.
yeah, because the assistant is helping her because she's going, oh look, that plate's cute and that's plate, but I don't see what I'm looking for. And then the assistant, can I help you? And just, oh yes, can you show me to where I can buy the Angelic Layer stuff? And she goes, yes, it's this way. And then he goes, don't bother, don't want to bother you, uh, the sister here. Here, I'll take you there. And
Yeah,
whisks her away. And the store attendant's like, the fuck? Who's
yeah.
this
The
guy?
store attendant. Oh yeah, the store attendant I think does what is natural and goes, "Oh, this seems like a child kidnapping.
Yeah,
Something bad is clearly happening here, and I need to do something about it." So
yeah.
while she's going to do that,
Hmm.
yeah, he's like, "Oh, behold, all of the angelic layer stuff. You like get this. It's like an egg and shit, and some stuff, and all the other things you need. You need like you're gonna need this, and you're gonna need this."
Hmm.
And it's like, oh man, this is how they sell this shit to kids.
Well, 100%. I mean,
Was there angelic layer merchandise?
I don't know. I never looked into it. That'd just be weird
Oh,
looking into it for me. Probably.
would be a bit odd, to be fair.
But to have merchandise for it.
No, for you to be looking into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not that weirdo. Not yet. No, no, not inclined.
No, no, you're not. You're not that weirdo.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so she goes like that and goes, right, off you go and pay for it now. And she like has this big pile of shite on like submerged underneath all these boxes. And then the shop attendant finds him. It's like the security guard of the shop. It's like, it's this guy here, and he gets dragged away. It's
He
like,
does.
what? What? I haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah.
Nothing, nothing at all. And then she comes back with like three nice, neat bags of shopping. All that stuff fitting in all those bags, apparently. I
Yep.
don't think it did. And she
No,
goes,
it shouldn't do because there's so much fucking stuff she buys that we find out later.
yeah, it's like a ridiculous amount. Um,
But yeah, he's been arrested now. And she's like, "Oh, I guess he's gone." His name.
yeah,
We should also say his name is Ichiro Mihara, or Ichan, as
Ichan,
he has told her to call him.
yeah.
He's been arrested, and she's like, "Oh well, I guess I'd better get the train to Auntie's house." And it's like, "Oh shit, I spent all that money.
I spent all
Ain't
my
no money
money.
left for the train. Oh no."
I got like 300 yen left in my purse. Not even
Yeah.
enough to make a
That-
phone call.
nope.
What's the comment?
Uh, which is leads up to the glorious scene of her eventually arriving.
Yeah, so she basically walks to her aunt's like apartment. You know, it's not like the aunt be like, "Oh shit, she's not here yet. Where the fuck she's gone?" And it's like, "Oh, you're late."
Yeah, you're like, I'm not really that bothered, but whatever. Uh,
Yeah, you're late.
it it is good though, because she kind of just like she's on her knees at the door with the bags around her, like,
Yeah,
uh so
uh,
I'm so tired.
yeah. Well, her aunt does state like, what do you do? Oh, I walked here. That's impossible. You can't walk here from Tokyo. Impossible.
Well, I did,
I
which
did.
is why I'm dead.
She literally keels over in the doorway, lying on her
I'm
back.
100% making that picture the episode art for this.
Oh, keeling over in
Just
the.
her collapsed at the door like the front cover of that war movie that is escaping me right now. The one about napalm.
Oh, what about napalm?
Oh,
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
yeah. Uh,
Uh,
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now. Yeah,
Yep.
like that. Um, yeah. So she gets in. She starts talking to her aunt, and says, "What did you get? Oh, look, I went shopping. Oh, you're such a girl. Turn into a true
It's
girl right now."
such a fucking weird. So you got off the train and went shopping. Oh, definitely a girl. It's like that's a really weird statement to make now.
Oh, that's full of like weird statements in this show.
Oh, tons of them, tons of them.
Yeah.
One of them in the third episode, which I appreciated. It made me laugh because it's like, man, that's it's a death sentence for that kid. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, she ends up talking to her aunt about all the stuff she's bought, and her aunt ends up like squeezing her face and like, I'm only in my 20s. For some reason, she gets a real bugbear about the way she's being spoken to.
Oh, yeah. I think she's refers to her as like a respectful auntie.
Yeah, she's like,
Where
I'm in my fucking 20s,
I'm still in my
you
20s.
psycho.
Yeah. And
I
then
have an
she
older. Your mother is my older sister. Also, let's just talk about the way she speaks about. She says it's like, so when was the last time you spoke to my sister? Oh, you mean my mother? Like
yeah.
what? Why would you talk like that? What's wrong with them?
Um, it's a very dysfunctional family, as you'll soon
Yeah,
find.
when
As you'll
oh,
find
I
out.
bet. Oh, I have an idea. Is that yeah? When was the last time you spoke to my sister? I definitely don't want to think of you as her daughter or my niece. Apparently.
I don't know. She's been living with her grandparents
Yeah.
in the countryside.
Uh, Wakayama, I think, is the name of the place.
Possibly, yeah. Possibly wacky. Anyway, so then she kind of stares at the egg because oh, what do you get? And unwraps it, and then it's like angelic layer egg, and she says, oh, what are these things? I don't know what this is either. Honest, wink, wink.
Yeah, I've definitely never heard of this, but I do have a completely shocked face
Yeah,
as you were showing me these things. Like, ah, some
yeah.
sort of secret past.
Something like that. It's like that episode in a regular show where all Markiplier and Rigby want to do is play ice hockey, stick hockey,
Hmm.
and then they're going, "Oh, it's so much fun! It's so much fun!" And then Benson's like shouting at them, going, "Oh, quit it! It'll lead to your death or like disapproval, or it's worthless. You don't want to get into this shit." And then he sells it, and it's like, "Damn it, Benson! We did what you told us to, and you said we could have it, but you sold it." It's like, "Yeah." And then everyone says, "That's a dick move, Benson." And then they go on a hunt to find it, and then it's found that some underground uh, stick hockey ring has got it.
Where Benson's playing in it.
Where Benson used to play.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think I've seen that one.
and it's like the old rivals there. So, oh, Benson, you've come back. We're going to fight to the death. Because these guys all are his lives, and he's like, Vince, all right, fine, and then they're like twirling the stick hawking, got on a raised platform, and it's like spinning around, wobbling about, and oh man,
Good shit.
throwing the sticks into each other's faces like the 60 bars. Yeah, no, it's nothing like that. Something else.
Well, in this way, she's horrified. Then she's like, "Hey, go and take a fucking bath." And she's
Yeah,
like, "Oh, great idea." And then she runs in and is like, "Yeah, it says I need to take the egg needs to go in the bath anyway." And you're like, "Okay,
no, it just says
sure,
it's best to open up in the bath because it's full of liquid.
sure, yep, awesome." And she
So
opens up the egg in the bath.
yeah, reads the manual more.
Yeah,
Uh, Gets into the room, big massive room. Got to say, it's like a
yep,
big room. Seems really big for.
yeah. It's a really nice room that she's so glad that she can use because her aunt is not using it.
Yes, that's one
It's a
way to
shame
put
her
it.
aunt's not using it because it's very pretty. She would use it, but since her aunt's not using it, she's happy because she gets to use it. I
Yeah,
think that was the circular conversation she had with herself during that scene.
it's possible. It's possible.
A lot of dialogue for not a lot of progress.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Quite like much like that. Anyway, so she creates it and uh, she sticks it in the floaty thing that plugs into her laptop.
The laptop that she bought, along with all this other stuff that she bought.
Yeah, she must have got paid lots for New Year, like
Wow, like a lot.
priority
There's a lot
lot.
of equipment there.
Yeah, and it's not even like a useful laptop because it looks like it's just like buttons and a screen.
It's exclusively for Angelic Layer.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Gosh.
she programs the robot to have stats,
Yep.
speed,
She wants
and
them to be,
strength.
yeah, small, speedy, but strong.
Yeah, and she makes it, and it floats in the air and goes, whoop, 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 and then gets
Yep.
colored in because it was a grey doll with like,
Yep.
uh, oh, she just she makes a wig for it, pink hair. She cuts the hair
Did she
for it.
do that? You're right. She
Yeah.
does that in this one because she thinks she cuts it too short, but then she doesn't cut it too short. Apparently, it's fine.
Oh no, she does cut too much off, and then she's like, oh wait, and then she's touched it up because she's really good with scissors and tailoring and stuff like that.
Except for that bit where she made the hair too short.
Oh, that was an easy mistake of lobbing it all off. Anyway,
Measure twice, cut once.
you don't measure hair. Who measures hair? um,
Oh no, just blindly stabbing and cutting at the
yeah,
doll's hair was maybe not the wisest move though.
yeah. All the while all the while she's speaking to her aunt, speaking to her sister on the phone. It's like, oh, so you're going to come
Yeah,
see her now that she's in the same city, and she's just like, and then um,
she gets
Misaki comes in.
interrupted.
Yeah, can I get some scissors? And she's like, oh, Misaki.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's
Uh,
like, "Yep, don't fucking stab yourself with these. Here you go."
yep. And cuts the hair, calls it Hikaru.
Hikaru, yeah,
The her doll's Hikaru. Um, and then I think she just falls asleep.
yeah. I think that's the end of the first episode. Is just her kind of going to sleep, and then I think, do we get like a scene of I can't remember if this is the end of this episode or the next one, but like a woman in a wheelchair sat at a window staring out into the Tokyo night sky.
Oh yeah, that's uh that's the end of this one. Yeah,
Yeah, you're like,
yeah,
oh, that's the mom. It's definitely
yeah,
the mom.
yeah. That's the mom.
Yep.
Yeah.
She was injured in some sort of angelic layer competition. I've managed to garner that from the 10 sentences that have been repeated several times within this episode.
Wow. Well, since you'll find out soon enough.
Oh god, maybe she's a doll. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh,
now we're talking. Now we're
we're got
talking.
we're got going somewhere with it. Anyway, so
Okay.
that's the end of that episode.
Uh, I okay. I'm still with this show. I'm still here.
So
Uh, Ichan, despite being a horrendous pedophile, uh, his is quite funny. Um, and is a continuing vein of humor. So at least there's that.
at least there's that. Nothing else is in it.
Wait, is it this episode where he goes back to his work and the guy's like, "Where have you been?" And he's like,
Oh,
"Oh,
oh yeah,
fucking deal with it. They let me out. Do this thing, but don't get it wrong. But actually, punishment wise, jam this octopus in your trousers." And the
oh
guy's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
uh."
He gets a lot of punishment. That guy. Anyway,
But like, but he does that, and then there's like a scene later on where you just see like these legs twitching
yeah.
in the background. It's weird. It's super weird.
I think is that about like next episode too.
I don't know.
No, no, it
I
can't be
thought it was this
because
one.
yeah, because she wakes up in the second episode, so it's like next day. He's not going to have it for a whole day. Anyway, yeah, he
No,
basically because they don't really like try to hide that what he's done is in this episode is super dodgy and wrong.
no,
Because
no.
the
They
assistant
embrace that.
the reason the assistant's got punished is because you weren't at that again. Not really elaborate what that was.
Don't bring it up. Put this octopus down your trousers and let's just call it a day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Uh, oh, what is this? Okay, how do you rate this episode, Colin?
Uh, to be honest, yeah, it's not much in this episode. This is the I don't know. Say why don't I say character building?
Sure, sure.
We'll shove it on that rug.
Okay, okay.
And Ichan is yeah eccentric weirdo essentially. Um,
Yep.
which kind of brings up, but because I know the anime, it'll be a little hard to judge. I'm going to say I like I say I kind of enjoyed it. It's funny enough, so I'm going to maybe have it around about a 6. It's nothing more than just kind of introducing you to things.
I think that's fair. I was going to give it a 5 because I think it's just middle of the road right now.
Mm.
I don't want to turn it off. Uh, but I actually did find myself going, okay, next episode. So the episodes, one thing I will say is actually the episodes don't feel like they drag, which
Mm.
is, it can happen. So that's something. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's all right. It's a fair start, shall we say?
yeah.
Um, and then we'll move on to episode 2, which is called "Do Your Best, Hikaru!" One exclamation point. It's your first fight. Two exclamation points this time.
Oh, is that why you were going?
Yeah, being very specific.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh.
I really like that in the Wikipedia page for the episodes, which I just keep them up to sort of like reference names and make sure I'm going through the right order. These are sort of very bare bones in terms of uh their structure. And the starting sentence is Misaki learns more about Angelic Layer. E- e- Even the episode guide is doing it.
Yeah. I don't like to say too much. And then so this one starts with her waking up in bed. No, wait.
Yeah, I think it
Is
does.
is there not like a scene? Is there not like a scene where they're like looking at like other dolls first? Like
Uh,
they're looking at like all the contestant dolls, so you'd see like a
oh,
like a so you see like a black doll, a black doll in a was it?
The kind
You
of
know,
lineup of
yeah,
some of the contestants that are also taking part in Angelic Layer fights.
yeah. I think it
I think you
does.
might be right. I think there is. I think maybe is there actually a fight, a battle to start this episode,
No.
or is that maybe
I
one of the next
I
ones?
think that's the third one. That's the dude,
Okay.
right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the next one. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this one is more just of a rundown of the characters. I think you're right.
yeah,
And then I think we go to she wakes up and she's like, oh yeah, I made an angel yesterday.
yeah. Very much. I made an angel
Sweet.
for Angelic Layer.
Yeah.
I don't think she says that. I think I got an angel.
The thing is though, right, is you're immediately saying it's like, I don't think she says that. I can't confirm that she doesn't say that. I need to go back and listen. I'm not sure how explicitly she talks about it.
It's like today at work. There was an alarm going off in the place I was in today. And I tried to find out who to turn it off, but it was just there,
Uh,
and it's all day, and
oh
you kind
man.
of just phase it out of your head, you know. So every time it's just like Angel Layer, it's like you just phase it out. Did they say that? Oh, nah, they didn't say that.
Then when you leave that place though, there's like that frequency of audio you now completely phase out. So I hope that there's no car horns or any other alarm that is required to be at that frequency. Otherwise, your brain's just shut off to it from now on.
Yeah, yeah. I'll jar myself out of it eventually.
Yeah, eventually you'll start to remember what listening sounds like.
Yeah, maybe if I ever get here, but anyway, yeah. So she wakes up, and then she goes downstairs and starts making breakfast for her, and like the
A lot
food
of fucking
works.
breakfast. Yeah. There's fish, there's rice, there's egg, there's loads of stuff.
Yeah. And then the aunt comes down and says, "Whoa, you made all this? Yeah, I used to make it with grandma." And then it's like,
Yep.
you know what? Do you want to be my wife? Which is and she goes, "Ah."
This is a common theme in this episode. It's like, oh, you could be my wife.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
and she gets all red.
only to the girls.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there is a comment made later on at that.
Yeah.
That's again speaking more of the time.
Yeah. Um aye, so she's yeah, so she's made this and Aunt's like, all right, and then she's like, all right, off to school you go. And
Yep, I'm gonna eat this breakfast.
yeah, I think she gets some breakfast, but like she's now on the streets going, right, I got
Yep.
to turn left at this flower shop. And then she goes, oh,
Oh no.
there's two flower shops on the
Oh
corner.
no.
Which one is
Well,
it?
as we know, uh, Misaki cannot follow simple instruction.
Nope.
Uh,
No, she cannot.
she gets lost very easily.
Yeah. So she's kind of standing there in front of this flower shop when a little preschooler comes by and starts looking at her dolls. Oh, you got this doll. Angelic Layer, I presume. It's like, yeah, it is. Can I have a look? It's like, okay. It's like, oh, it's on. She shouldn't be naked, by the way.
It's naked. Why is your doll naked?
That's
And then she makes a little dress for it.
yeah. I hadn't had time to make a dress, so she makes a dress out of hanky,
Yeah.
and she basically examines it and goes, "Oh, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. All these stats,
Yeah.
very good. Thumbs up from me, I think." Uh,
Thank you, random 4-year-old.
yeah. And then her brother catches up to her and goes, "Ah, you
Yeah.
stop running away. You act
Is
like you're
that
not a kid."
Kotaro?
Totoro, yeah.
And the the little sister is called
Totoro,
Hatoko.
Hatoko,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
Hatoko.
Kotaro is the brother, and then he is also the same age as uh, Misaki.
Yeah,
Misaki, sorry.
yeah, and you can see the size difference.
Yeah,
And
he's 9 feet tall, and she's a normal height.
yeah, well, she thinks she's small.
He's so fucking tall.
Yeah, well, this is why she was like, "Oh, small people can't win in this world after all," because everyone in
I
that
should
world
know.
is.
I'm
Yeah,
one of them.
yeah, I'm one of them. Anyway, so she's that, and they're oh, we're going to this school. I'm not in this school. Oh, you're a new start to this school. That's rare. And they kind of walk
Yeah,
along.
wait. Can we talk about that though? It's like, oh yeah, that's super rare. Why would anyone ever change school?
Uh,
Uh,
it's not. You learn later the reason.
that no one ever changes school
No one ever changed the school. Yeah,
because they get killed. Like, is it
yeah.
battle royale?
It's battle royale, man. You're not allowed to
Yeah,
change school
they got
anymore.
on that bus.
They get
Shit,
on that bus. They get on that bus.
they get
Anyway,
driven away to that island.
yeah,
Yeah, no fair.
yeah. Um, no. So they kind of walk away. Then Hatoko goes right. Cheers now. Bye. Oh, also embarrasses her immensely by because he leaned in for some reason, and they're staring at
Oh,
each other. And she's
it's like, oh,
oh
you're gonna kiss, and he's like, oh, bridge shut down.
yeah yeah. She totally has a meltdown. Misaki has a meltdown, and he's like, "Shut up!" And then she's like, "Oh, it's really weird in Tokyo. Everyone's so brazen, free."
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like as Hatoko is going away, she could very well just be throwing up the middle fingers, like as
Oh,
she's heading out. It's like, ah, hey, bye, I'm going.
she probably does.
Yeah, she's sort of a little arsehole.
Yeah, that's her character art. Anyway, so they get to school. First day of school for everyone. New term, new school
Yep,
year.
yep.
It's like, and they go, "Oh
Oh,
wait,
wait, have we been introduced to the other friend yet?
just about to." She
Okay,
comes
good,
up
because
as
it's
this.
amazing.
Yeah, she's such a tomboy. Um, so they get to the class and go, "Oh, we're in the same class. Oh well, glad to meet you, classmate." And then instantaneously she hears Kotaro, and then gets absolutely caught in a
Clothesline, a
clothesline.
proper Steiner line, like
Yeah,
just out of nowhere. It levels him. It's fucking brilliant.
and it's straight. It doesn't level him. It gets grabs him and puts him in a chokehold with it. And he
Yep.
goes, "Oh hey," and then it just starts talking to Misaki like nothing's happening. Hey, Misaki, hey, you're new to the school. That's unusual because
Yeah.
most people come from the preschool.
To
Hatoko
hear.
is here and comes here. So it's not usual to hit new people.
I do like she's like, oh, how lucky you are, Kotaro, to have me in your class again for the 8th year running.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like,
uh
yes, how fortunate I am.
he's not even saying anything. Like, he got choked out.
No, yeah, he's
He
unconscious.
he's literally limp. Cause he's like, it's like, oh, what's her name?
Tamayo.
Tamio was, Misaki was, I think you killed them. It's like, oh yeah, maybe I did. And he's like literally limp on the
Yeah.
floor.
Oh well, yeah, he's dead now. Whoops.
Yeah. And
Sorry about
then,
that.
oh no, that was Nick's episode. Nick's episode, she claims like, oh, it's okay. He does
Oh
karate.
yes, yeah, that's the I try all my moves on him, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh
Uh,
Jesus.
so yeah, that identifies the new friend group of those two longtime friends, and now Misaki as well joining in on that friend group.
Yeah.
And I think I'm trying to remember where the seat. Trying to remember where we go from this bit.
Uh, you're probably I think it cuts to maybe the control room that
Oh yeah,
Ichan's maybe in,
with
and
Ichan.
and uh, and his assistant goes first thing goes, have you seen him? And like, you lost him again? It's your job to keep an eye on him. So I didn't agree to that job. And he's like off, and the school finishes, and he's up a tree, a secure tree.
Yes, and then he does a he's staring down at 12-year-olds from a cherry blossom,
Mm-hmm.
and then does like a wah onto one leg,
Yeah,
and then like whole body shiver from the leg up, and just kind of goes uh
yeah,
collapses to one side. It's a great entrance again.
yeah. And she goes, "Are you all right?" And says, "Yeah, I'm fine. It's okay. I can deal with this. Just broke my leg.
I
That's all."
that leg is now about 5 inches shorter than it should be.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, ooh. Anyway, so
Uh,
he takes her to a playground essentially, where they're sitting on some equipment, and he's like, "Ah, I see you've clothes um clothes her, but you should
yeah.
be there's proper clothes for it, and I'll give you free samples." And brings out the briefcase.
Aha!
Nothing like a drug dealer now, man. It's like,
Is this the bit though where he's also like examining Hikaru and going, "Oh yes, and like just twisting her around at all angles
mhm.
for a good minute and a half, and she just kind of looks over and he's like, "I'm doing this with the purest of thoughts."
Yes,
You're like,
pure thoughts, nothing.
Absolutely not,
Oh, wow.
psychopath."
He is. But yeah, he examines it. Oh, wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. Put these joints here. She didn't do any of this. She just pressed some buttons on the computer and it did it itself.
She just pushed the button.
She just pushed the
Boop, boop,
buttons.
boop, 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 boop. Make Angel now.
It's like someone just using chat.
Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Oh.
What are you trying to?
No, no, keep talking. Keep
Oh,
talking.
jeez.
I'm not doing anything.
Oh man, this is going bad. Right, anyway, yeah, so he does that and goes, "Here's some free samples of the clothes. Let's make it." And so she's sitting about making stuff while he's up a tree fighting cats.
He's feeding cats with a fish that he has in his mouth.
He's feeding cats with the fish he has in his mouth.
Yes.
Is it feeding cats, or is he just stealing the fish that they had with
I mean,
his?
it potentially could be that. He is a complete psychopath, though. We can agree.
Yeah, he's not right in the head. Anyway, so she finishes his thing and is like, "Oh, you done already? That's pretty good." And oh yeah, thanks very much. And then I think, does it go to the point where she goes like, "Oh well, you need to go and train now, so I'll show you where to play, where you can use this and rent out the
Yeah.
layer." So they go to
Yeah, he
the
takes her to sort of the practice ground.
yeah, and she goes there to basically practice, and it's like, "All right, you go and rent a table then." So he goes rent a table. "Oh, how much did it cost you?" "Oh, it didn't cost me anything. It's free." It was free, and now she has like she's entered a competition.
Yeah, it's like, oh, did you have enough money? No, they didn't charge me. They just gave me this thing. Number 15, lucky 15. It's time to play the game. Oh,
Time
shit.
Yeah, time to play in this competition. "Oh, you're in a competition. Well, let's see what you got." And so they start the competition because she gets called instantaneously. Like as soon as she picks up the ticket, it's like, "It's your time to play in the competition."
Yep.
And then yeah, so she's
She does
there.
that.
She does that, yeah. And then the first girl kind of throws her doll in and goes,
Is it like
"Angel,
Panther
Angel,
something?
Black Panther, I think."
I think it is something like that. And
Fuck.
it's like, ha ha, whoa. And then she's like, ah, Hikaru, go. Pokeball style. Throws
Yeah,
her into the lair, and she just kind of goes like, ah, flat.
yeah. And it's like, all right, and then Ichan's like, okay, you got to kind of like use your mind to control it, concentrate on moving, standing up, and she stands up and then glares at Hikaru. She just has a glare at her. Not Hikaru, but Misaki.
Yep. And eventually it's like, okay, so now that you've made her stand up, that thing's attacking now. You you might want to move.
Yeah, think yourself
Imagine
running.
moving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then she
Oh.
imagines moving and runs. All the while, Kotaro and Tanya is looking for Hatoko because she wasn't about when they got home, so they came to
They
look
went
for a
looking
place.
for that 4-year-old
Yeah,
that they couldn't find because she's just roaming the streets of Tokyo.
yeah. I don't think she's 4. I think preschool is a bit older there, maybe.
Yeah. Well, also Ichan is there. He's kicking about in the zone
Yeah.
too. We should also mention that the way that the battles work is there's like a big round table with a force field that when they throw the dolls past them, they can then move within the influence of that sphere. They also have to wear these pink winged Dragon Ball Scouters in order to
I don't,
communicate with their dolls.
it's like more like ski gulls, man, with wings on them. Yeah, which pop up.
Anytime I see, yeah, yeah. Anytime I see translucent, like colorful glass in anime, it's like, oh, Scouter.
Well, it's almost scary because she can see her health on it.
Oh,
It
that's
has a
true.
heads up
Yeah,
display.
it has a heads up display. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So
Anyway.
eventually, though, running away is not just going to. It's not going to hack it anymore, and
Mhm,
Hikaru starts to take a bit of a beating from the opponent.
mhm.
And eventually, it's like, well, you're going to have to attack. She's like, oh, but I don't know how to attack. But then she remembers one important moment in her life,
The very most
a
important
magical
member.
moment,
Yeah.
very important.
The moment
And she,
that
the
Kotaro
moment that, yeah,
got choked out.
the moment she was introduced, the moment she was introduced to Tamio by him clotheslining to hell
Yeah.
Totoro and choking him out. She's like, ah, that's how you attack.
Yeah.
So she does that.
In midair.
I should say as well is that Hikaru has taken several beatings at this point, and is still kind of going somehow. This one maneuver disables the other angel immediately.
Oh yeah. Hikaru's the bomb, man. She's one hit wonder.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She kind of just jumps up, arms out, clotheslines her. Don't even do the chokehold, just clothesline her, and the
No,
other
just
angel's like,
clotheslines.
oh, boom, boom, and bounces
It's
off the
over.
thing, and she's over, and Hikaru wins. As I say, um, so oh yeah, she also got interviewed. Well, that's how.
I was just about to say that, yeah, because there's a good bit of comic relief in that as well.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm Misaki. Oh, and they've already gave her a nickname, and Tamiya's already confessed that she wants to marry her.
Oh yes, actually, we should say that. Is Tammy always like, "Oh, you should be my wife," and she, under her breath, goes, "I don't think girls can marry other girls."
Yeah, I don't think that was under the breath.
Like, and then I think it's Mikasichi is the nickname.
Rikichi. Mizaki. Mizaki.
Mikasichi.
Mizaki.
Misaki does, of course, win the bout. They run over to celebrate. Ichan is in the background going, "Ha ha ha! Yes, excellent."
Oh, I know Ichan runs away, disappears
Well,
again.
yeah,
Like,
he does.
he's pretty
Yes,
much Batman, man.
he. Oh, yeah, I guess.
He is. He just like, I got this one important thing, one more thing to say. Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
He's
To be
gone.
fair, she did that to him. in the first episode.
Yeah, it's true. Because when he's going to the lair, he got a call from people. It's like, oh, we need you to come to this meeting. It's about the stuff that you got that you took with you, the new top tier level stuff that you took and gave
Mm.
to Misaki. And
Yeah,
you got
he's
the
like, "Hey, have you
samples.
seen this shit? Have you? Do you have the samples?" No.
Yeah, very much. You can
You
do it.
can't. Yeah, you can't keep doing this shit.
Yeah. Oh, and his assistant got a punishment game in that episode, or is
Oh,
it next episode?
I think it's the next episode, but it's the spaghetti, right?
Yeah, up the nose.
Oh,
Anyway,
just
uh,
fuck.
yeah, they get worse. So, yeah, so she wins, and Hatoko also sees it. He goes, "Oh,"
Yeah.
and there
Oh.
and everyone remarks it's her. Oh wait, that's her first game, and she wins.
Yep.
Prodigy thing.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Tamiya comes in, does like just comes in out of nowhere. Anyway, I think that's it. Done in the
Yeah.
episode.
She wins. Great success.
Yeah, great
Um,
success.
how'd you rate this one, Colin?
It's getting there. I'm liking it. I don't know. I just like the fights in this. It's pretty simple. I don't know
Yeah.
why. They're pretty good. Pretty intense, I think. I'd
Okay.
agree. Even though that they're obviously like she's winning every one.
Yeah. It's
Very
the Ash
much.
Ketchum problem. Is that,
Yeah.
oh, is he going to win? Of course he's going to win.
Oh, it's always win.
Until a point, though. Until a point. He only did just become the Grandmaster like last year after 25 years.
I've been 11-year-old.
Yeah. It's tough to be 25, 11 for 25 years.
Yeah, he had to retire.
He grew up so fast.
Grew up so fast. He's probably like middle-aged man now. In the next new year, so it's Ash
What
Ketchum.
you didn't see is when he retired, he just immediately aged that 25 years and became 36.
Yeah, like Brock.
I still think one of the greatest things that anyone has ever said is that Brock's best lines are his eyes. I love the
Oh,
fact he never opens his eyes. It's so good. It's so so good.
reminds me of three by three eyes. The guy there never opens his eyes in that either.
I feel like
Uh,
there's a character trope page for that. But yeah, what's your rating for it then?
oh, I think it's got more in it in this episode. Like, it hasn't really
Hmm.
filled out any like backstory with things. As far as I remember. Nope.
No, not yet.
And yeah, she's the prodigy in Angelic Layer. Has the comedy
Yep,
moments, the cringe moments.
yep.
Uh, she meet new friends. You know, it's developing. I'm probably going to stick with 6 still.
I'm gonna come up to a 6. Uh, this was funnier than the last episode, which also had funny stuff in it. So
Yeah.
I'm yeah. Before we move on to episode 3, would you like to know what I asked ChatGPT and the answer that it gave me?
Yes, go on then.
I asked it if Angelic Layer was real, what would my angel be called, and what stats would it have? Uh, and it was like, oh, if Angelic Layer, the fictional competitive sport from the manga and anime series Angelic Layer by Clamp, were real, your angel would have a name and specific stats based on your preferences and style of gameplay. Here's a suggestion for your angel's name and a breakdown of potential stats. Angel name: Seraphina. Uh,
Seraphina.
with stats 4 stars from 4 out of 5 stars for power, 3 out of 5 stars for speed, 3 out of 5 stars for defense, and 4 out of 5 stars for technique. Special ability: elemental manipulation, fire-based attacks.
All right. Okay.
So there you go.
I mean, you didn't give it any basis on who you are, right?
Nope. I just asked that one question. It's like, oh, here you go.
What happens if you ask it again?
Well, do you want me to elaborate? Would you
No,
like?
no,
Would you like
no.
it?
Just repeat the
Just
question again.
regenerate the response. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, 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 oh. This time it didn't give me a name and it didn't give me any stats. It just told me what the stats meant.
All right. Okay.
So yeah, oh well. There we go. No, I'm gonna stick with the first response. The first response is real good. Thank you.
And the second response is just like, yeah, this is what stats mean.
The second. Well, to be fair, there is a section of different stats in here that I omitted, but felt that it was only relevant to the techniques below. So yeah, there we go. So anyway,
Oh,
moving on to episode 3. Who are you? Misaki's heart nervous lesson.
oh yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. Jesus, man. This guy says nothing in it. Anyway, and then just starts doing things. So, episode starts, right? With a
Yep.
fight.
Yep.
And there's this dude playing with a doll, a boy doll, and then his lass fighting him with a last doll. And
Yes.
she's like,
His doll is called the Wizard.
or Wizardo.
Oh, Wizardo?
I know, I
I
think
was I read the Wizard, but yeah, you're probably right. Wizardo.
I think that's what how they pronounced it. Wizardo.
Ah, fair enough.
But yeah, Wizard. Um, it's his doll. And he's, she's trying to punch him and hit him and stuff, but he's dodging it all. And then moves behind her in a wee shadow dance mover, and then just pats her in the back to shove her out of the ring.
Just a,
Yeah, just one hand too.
just a little shove.
Yeah, and that's the match over. And he
Yep.
wins.
His name is Ojiro Mihara. And I think at that point it says it's like that's his 10th victory in a row.
Yeah, undefeated champion, undone defeated. He's in.
He's pretty good.
Was it Kobe Stadium?
I cannot remember.
He was fighting some big stadium. Anyway,
Yeah, it was a big event, this battle.
yeah.
And he won again.
Oh,
So.
yeah, because it was a qualifying battle to get into a big tournament.
Oh, the Angelic Layer tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think it also then cuts. Then it goes to Ichan in the control room, basically saying, "Right, I need you to quick step this person's entrance into getting an angelic card."
Yeah, and they need an Angelic Layer license. It's very important.
Yeah. And do you know who this person is? Is it you, Chief?
He's like, oh, I can guess.
Yeah. Is it you, Chief? And it's like, nope. Uh, and then it's punishment game, spaghetti up the nose.
He's like, but this takes 2 weeks. He's like, well, fuck you. Put this spaghetti, eat this spaghetti with your nose, have it done within 10 minutes, and also have that card with me by the end of the day. Bye bye. And as he's leaving, we turn around to find the poor assistant with a bit of spaghetti already up his nose. Like, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
Yeah, thing is like, it's nothing. There's no one else. There's other people there in the room as well, looking on at
Yes. It's like, oh, this is perfectly normal.
Yeah,
Is
perfectly
it?
normal. Yeah, totally. Uh, and then I don't know. Does it basically jump to him appearing in front of Misaki, hanging upside down on a bridge?
Yes, where he's going. I'm Wiggly-chan. Wiggly, 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 wiggly.
Yeah,
What? What is happening?
I don't know. We've
He's having a
covered this.
full on mental breakdown.
Well, you might learn the reason why he has metal right. Anyway, so he does that and then talks to her and it's like, "Have you? Don't get too excited with your last win." Because like, oh, I won by
Yeah,
the way, and he says, "Yes, I know, I saw, but
you did well, but also know that you're still shit and you need to do better.
yeah, pretty much that was a fluke. You need to go and practice. All right, how do we do that? All right, I'll show you the Ichiran free menu special or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some stupid name he gave it. So they go back to the place to practice, and she actually gets a layer to by herself, and he brings like a CD player and starts playing music, and then starts dancing
Well,
to it.
he's dancing to it, going left, right, spin, spin, pop, set. He's like, "Come on, you do it now." And she starts doing it. He's like, "Oh yes, perfect, perfect, perfect. What the hell are you doing? Not you, the doll. Come on, get with it."
Yeah, the doll's gotta do it, and she's like, "Yay, I'm dancing!"
He was just so into his own dance moves. He was like, "Oh, she's doing. Why is she doing this dancing? The doll. The doll needs to do the dancing. God damn it."
Yeah, he's dancing away, and then she starts to do it, and like, yeah, I just got to feel the beat, and starts dancing, and then she's thinking, "Is this really practice?" And then she starts to speak to Ichan. Ichan's walked away already. And then this random person comes
Well,
up at the end of the CD.
we need to talk about the fact that so she's like, oh, this doesn't feel like it should be really be practice. It then cuts to Ojiro doing or sorry, is it Ojiro? Yeah, doing
Yeah,
the same routine, and someone going, this doesn't really seem like training. It's like, well, actually, if you think about it, it's totally about training because it's about reactions. If you can't do the timing, you can't react properly to enemy attacks. It's like, oh, you're right. This is actually a lot like training.
yeah, no, that's the white. That was the white angel. She's
It's
just
like
boogieing down in the layer, like,
in less than a minute, we've had two people question the validity of the training method, and then one person going, "Well, actually, if you think about it, it is training." And they're like, "Oh no, you're right. It absolutely is a lot like training." Like, yep, myth dispelled. It's definitely training.
yeah, it's all about time, man. I think that's why I like it. This show, like,
The thing is, like, I it makes me laugh, but I'm at the same time going, "It's like, oh, you didn't mean that. You didn't mean for that to be funny. You just meant for that to be very informative and over quickly."
yeah, yeah, pretty much. Well, it's like over the top, some whitewash. But
Yeah.
so
Do we
yeah,
not
so
have Ojiro comes in to train with her though first, right?
yeah, she comes in to train with Misaki, uh, and because the music stops and she's about to repeat it to start again, and
Yeah.
he's like, "No!" Smacks her hand away from the play button, and then just like has the thing on, and then it's already thrown Wizard into the ring, and he just like floats down like all menacingly, and it's got like the menacing music playing. Boom, dum, 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 dum. No.
Bum,
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 bum, bum,
bum,
bum.
bum. That's it. That's it. The Star Trek music. Yeah,
No, that's oh God, the
battle.
battleth battle.
Oh, battle. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking basically the Star Trek original series, and they had this music like
Yeah,
when they
yeah,
fight.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so he comes in and doesn't say anything to her and not introduced himself at all in
No.
any form or matter, and then throws his doll in, walks up to her, and then stares her down with the doll on like a weird menacing way, and then presses the play button and starts to boogie.
Yeah.
It's like what? What are you doing, dude? What that's all about? Anyway,
But
so Hikaru, so Misaki says, "All right, okay, we're dancing together. Let's
we're
dance."
dancing. Let's
And they're
dance.
and they're doing their dancing moves.
Yep.
Uh, and then he's like, "Oh shit, I better go because that person will be upset with me."
Yeah. Who's that person? Oh, like people don't like it when I what is it like spend time doing certain things?
Yeah, family. Dom.
Yeah.
He just turns into Dom from Fast and Furious, right?
Let's race. I keep getting that advert all the fucking time on TikTok right now.
Oh, for the new movie.
Yeah, it just keeps out. It goes, "Let's race." The start of and it's like, oh god, I've seen that like 50 times.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, like if I don't have to watch another advert for the game Doomlings, I think I'm all right.
I don't even know what that is, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's fine.
um, how do I know? Uh, so he leaves, and then some couple other chicks come in and go, right, oh shit, it's really busy here. Well, we were just going to have to beat someone off the layer to get our own layer. And then to
Ugh,
see Misaki there just dancing, doing her dancing
yep.
routine, and goes, "Yo, do you want to do it?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure, let's do it." And then, right, let's fight. It's like, no, what? Yeah, well,
I,
obviously when you say do it, it means fight. It's like, no,
no, it
no,
doesn't. But all right, whatever. Just like I'm gonna fuck you up
yeah, fuck
because
you up.
I'm good at that. We look out for beginners because I like to keep my win loss ratio real high.
Yeah. Plus, fact I cheat because I have like illegal
Oh,
weapons.
I immediately thought of the enemy from Streets of Rage 2 from the bar level.
Oh yeah, yeah. Linda. No, that wasn't Linda, was it?
No, I need to find out now.
I think
Continue.
Linda. I think Linda's from Joel Dragon. Also had a whip. They always had all the people had whips in it. Uh,
Electra.
Electra. Of course, it was something electric because it was electric whips. She has two electric whips. Two
She does
electric
count
whips.
them too.
One, two,
Two.
two. That's how many electric whips she has.
She
Two.
does double cheating. Because
Double.
apparently, and I do like this inner monologue with one of her friends who's like, "Ah, oh, this girl even thinks about saying, hey, that's illegal. We'll have to stop." You're like, I think you're being kind of shit about this anyway. Why would you stop?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty
No,
much.
no one's here to stop you from just doing it anyway. So
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, so she's like, da da da. Oh, I see you can keep away from my attacks. How about these? And he brings out the whips and
Yeah,
it's like, oh no, I've been hit by electric. It doesn't phase
yeah,
me though, because I'm super tough and light and fast and,
yep.
you know, ultimate.
And also better at this than anyone
Yeah.
for some reason.
Anyone who came before me.
Yep.
Anyway, so she has a fight and then she's like, has a. It's like, I can't get close to her. Her defense is too good. And then she's like, oh, you know what? You know all that dancing I've been doing? Timing of the whips, and the whips are going. You seen that? I think there's like a performer in the States. He does whips, and he just like whips the whips with like the crack and like sing songs to them.
No, but that sounds delightful.
Yeah, it doesn't really last that long from what I see. It's short form media, which has trailers at the front of
Oh,
it. No, he doesn't have trailers in front of his, but like, fuck, that's something else. That's something else. Anyway, um, yeah, so she's doing that, and then she works out there's a time into her rhythm, and goes, "Haha,
yep.
I can hop in here and do the wee twirl and go boop." and that's right. But and that's basically in this episode. Ichan comes back and kind of goes, "Ha I got the card for you." It's like, oh, dirty, dirty cheaters in front of here. I'm going to tell them. Oh wait, no, hang on, she's got this. And then they started moaning at Misaki when she's left, when she wins. I didn't lose, and then runs all
Yeah.
crying.
She
And
says, I don't think I lost.
yeah, she did. She got knocked out of the ring.
Exit stage left.
Yeah, and Ichan just stares at that and goes, "To hell! That's not right. That's dirty, even for like just like a casual match." Um, and that kind of
But you
ends the
won.
episode. Yeah, kind of
Well,
in
no,
this episode.
he gives her card,
Yeah, gives the card.
and
This gives you
oh,
stuff.
by the way, I entered you into tournament.
Yeah, yeah. It's in two
I hope
weeks.
that's okay. It's
It's,
in 2 weeks. You better start doing some shit.
yeah, you
I hope you're ready.
got to start training. Um, but we missed out some other bits in that because there's bits where she's at school talking to Tomio. She's like, "Oh yeah, you're great, yeah," type thing, and then she's like choking people out. And like we
Oh
said,
yeah,
she does all these like she really likes all the martial arts, all of
because
them.
she's saying to her about how she doesn't know how to fight, and then she's like, "I'll teach you all my moves. I do all of my moves on Kotaro. Look, hey, smack." Chokes him out, and she's like, "Hey, I think you could kill him." And she's like, "No, it's okay. He's not so pathetic that he can't block that move." It's like, well, he's not moving. Yeah, but he's not dead.
Yeah, he does karate, so he knows how to block.
Yeah,
And I'm like, you just go around the neck. There's nothing to do with karate
and
or blocking. Blocking it
he
would
does it.
stop.
He crawls away. He's like just kind of going like, along the
Yeah,
ground. And it's just like, yeah, I try out all of my moves. It's a lot of fun. Also, I like to dress him in women's clothing. And then all of the boys go, and she shouts, "Wait, Kotaro's a cross dresser?" And they're
yeah.
all like, immediately just like making his life really difficult for him.
Yeah, for the rest of the school year. Well,
Oh my
the rest
god.
of the school.
It's like, hey, you know, I'm not going to yuck anyone's yum or anything, but it's like, hey, if that's their thing, maybe let that be their thing and not announce that to the school, even if it's not.
Oh, but Misaki's so innocent and doesn't know any better not to shout things out
She
loud.
doesn't.
Or
She doesn't. She doesn't know any better.
she doesn't know any better. um, I think that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right. How do you rate this one then?
Mm, super weird and awkward.
Yep,
I mean,
agreed.
like, the Ultra just coming in and it's like, nope, we're going to do this. And then kind of marches up to her and goes, breakdance. I was like, the fuck? And then he introduces the master and says, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm Ojiro, bloody, bloody, blah.
Yep. And
Uh,
she doesn't know that he's good at this and stuff.
no, she doesn't know anything.
No, she doesn't know
Though,
anything.
I'm sure she knows. Does she not? Does she not say that the whips are illegal? Or is that one of the other people?
No, that's one of her friends. It's like, oh, if this chick says that these are illegal, then we'll have to stop.
Yeah,
You're like, I don't think that's how this works, but whatever.
it's not going to work like that. Yeah.
Nah,
Um.
wild, wild.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. I find it. Yeah, weird, awkward. Got still kind of funny moments in it, just because it's super awkward and stupid. Yeah, I don't know. It's the fight things that kind of I like it. I don't know what it is. Maybe I see it as like a fight in a fighting game type thing, and you
Well,
know,
maybe.
I think it's essentially just it's that kind of appeals to me. It has kind of feels like it's got the same energy there
Yeah.
of like a new coming out to show everyone that they're better, and but it's also got like, oh, this person is really good at this and will excel at everything and will never lose. Um, and will beat all the cheaters, and no one can take her down. Anyway,
No,
uh, yeah, so say it's probably around about a 6 at the moment.
I'm gonna dip back down to a 5. I don't think this one's as good as the last one. It's definitely not as entertaining, not as funny, but still, it's fine. It's fine.
It
I'll keep on
its
watching.
has its moments.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, and with that, we've talked about the last episode for today. That was
mhm.
episodes 1 to 3, and next week we'll be back to talk about episodes 4, 5, and 6 in our new 10th season. Colin, 10th season.
Season 10.
Yep,
Are we calling it Season X?
I didn't do that because because of the way that the syntax is for the episodes. It's S followed by a number, and the
Uh-huh.
number is always 2 digits. So I can't do SX. So it would be
I
2 digits, not 3.
Can we do? Well, X isn't a digit, man. X is just
Well,
a letter.
characters,
Yeah.
yeah, but otherwise, it just wouldn't line up. It wouldn't line up. It drive me crazy.
What happens when we get to like episode season 100?
I don't expect us to get that far, but we'll see.
Or it's season 10. It's only been what,
It's been 2 years, nearly 3. No, wait, 2 years. 2 years. It's been two
2 years?
years
2 years, man.
to get 10 seasons.
I mean, yeah. Well, it didn't help that we did Steins Gate.
No, but also by that logic, what that suggests is that we're operating at 9 seasons every 2 years, right?
Um,
Which means that it would take us 20 years
we can speed it up,
to
man.
get to 90 seasons.
Yeah.
I think we'll have moved on from podcasts by the time we get to that many seasons.
You think you'll have beamed straight into people's minds the
You
thoughts?
you literally took that straight from my brain. That is exactly what I was going to say. So well done.
Hey, well, short form media is there. Just ruin your attention span, and
Yeah, it's all
needing
fucked now.
needing to put like a wee trailer in front of the thing. Oh, like this is the thing that's saying in this show, and then it's like
Now,
whoops
now the
into
now the preceding 30 seconds followed by that 5-second clip you've just watched.
yeah, and it's like what? I don't what. Oh, oh,
Instagram Shorts, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok have ruined the world.
oh, 100%. They've ruined the world. But will you stop watching them?
No, absolutely not. I do it every waking moment that I'm not doing something else, and it's a problem.
Yeah, right. I think we should go all Yakuza and just chop off people's fingers.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to chop off my own fingers. Anyway,
Yeah.
uh, you've done it. You've made it to the end of another fine episode of Who's That Anime, an anime podcast, and it can be found where all good podcasts can be found uh, by just looking for the RSS feed. We're on anchor.fm/Who's That Anime, and we can be found where all podcasts can be found at your podcatching software of choice. We don't make any money from this. We just kind of like to watch and talk about anime. But if you like what it is we do, then telling a friend about it or leaving us a review somewhere is a super cool thing to do. We have a Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we post the latest episodes and the occasional anime meme. We have a Discord. You can find the link to that in the show notes. We also have a YouTube channel where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. So yeah, I think we should be all caught up on these at a certain point. So
Yeah, we're still
we're
1 for 1.
sweet. Yeah. So that when you're hearing this, you should also know that it will be available on YouTube. Um, Colin and I also occasionally like to play some video games. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hillpayman. If you don't catch the live streams of that, you can find archives of all the content from live streams before. on youtube.com if you search for @couchfuel or @hailpayman. And that is us.
Yeah, I haven't done many live streams in a good while now.
No, it's been a while. I'm going to try and dedicate a night a week to doing it, I think. But on top of this, and potentially multiple recordings a week of this, and then Dungeons and Dragons, and then other things that I need to do, I'm running out of nights.
Yeah, all those nights, man, falling in succession. Lancelot, that other one, Robin,
Galahad.
Sir Galahad, Sir Robin, run away.
On that note, we'll be back next week.
All right. See you later, guys. Watch same amount of time, same amount of place. Deal. That jazz.
Peace out, folks. Bye.
Cheers. Boys.